Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's segment of Cooking with Benedicta in Tastebudz Kitchen. It's been a while since we put up a cooking video. We've been so busy in the kitchen, but I said today was not going to pass me by without putting up something on my YouTube channel. So before I go on, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, it is Tastebudz without the NG on YouTube channel. So today we're going to be preparing garden egg sauce or garden egg stew. And to do this, we have our smoked mackerel fish, our dried prawns, red onions, atarodo or Scotch red bonnet pepper or habanero peppers, and we have the big red bell peppers, some salt, and some gnocchi for seasoning. Here is our garden egg fruit, popularly known as eggplant or aubergines. Aubergines or eggplants are very, very rich in fiber. They're rich in magnesium. They're rich in potassium. So if you do want to have all this in your diet plan, I'll advise you introduce some of this eggplant in your diet. So today, to make this egg sauce or garden egg sauce, we're going to be using all of this. You can see over here I have some tomatoes and some ogiri. Now, these two are optional. You can add this into your sauce and you can choose to omit them. It's not compulsory. Okay, if you want it to have more native flavor, you can put a bit of the ogiri in the sauce. But for today's garden egg sauce, I'm going to be omitting the ogiri. I'm not going to be using the ogiri in it, but I just want you to know that it is something that you can add if you do like the flavor of ogiri and you want to make your garden egg sauce extra flavorful or extra, native, to have that native taste. You can add that, but I'm not using that today. That's why it's in a different plate entirely. So it's an option for you to add if you do want to add it. So having mentioned all the things we'll be using today, we're going to go about chopping our onions, and then we're not going to grind the peppers entirely. We're going to smash them, like kind of mash them in a way that you still are going to have some of the pepper flakes in it. It's not going to be entirely smooth like a puree form. We're not going to make it into a puree form. We're just going to pound it with our mortar and pestle, so that way we have a bit of the pepper flakes in it. And the fish, the mackerel fish, we're going to be deboning this mackerel fish. We're going to get the skin out, the bones out. We're going to get the head out of the mackerel fish. And for our garden eggs, we're going to boil the garden eggs, but we're not going to be peeling off the skin, because like I mentioned earlier, garden eggs are rich in magnesium, they're rich in fiber and potassium. All of these nutrients that I've just mentioned are found on the skin of the garden egg. So we do not want to get that out of our diet. We want all that nutrient incorporated in our sauce. So we're just going to boil these garden eggs and we're going to pound it. We're not going to make it into a puree paste, as you're going to see later on. We're just going to pound it and get it a bit mashed up. So once all these are done, we're going to get on with the business of cooking. So keep watching. We're chopping our garden eggs. Now, instead of boiling it directly in a pot of water, we're just going to wrap it up in this foil, and then we're going to put it in a pot of water and allow it to steam for about 10 to 20 minutes. Then we're going to bring it out and we're going to mash it with the mortar and pestle. So we're chopping it here. Can you see? This is how you chop it. You can also boil it directly in your pot, and you can choose to steam it wrapped in a foil paper like I'm doing. So over there, you can see them pounding the Scotch bonnet pepper, the big red bell peppers. We're going to pound all that. Now, I did not mention why I chose to use the big red bell peppers. The reason why we're using the big red bell peppers is because we want to douse the spicy nature of the habanero peppers. By the way, the habanero peppers is still the same thing as the atarodo. It's called atarodo here in Nigeria. But over there, you can see them in the shopping section, the vegetable section, as habanero peppers, but they're still the same thing. Habanero peppers, Scotch red bonnet peppers, they're the same thing. So these peppers are really hot. So we like to use the big red bell peppers to douse the spiciness of it. And for some people that don't like very spicy meals, you can also choose to add some tomatoes to further douse the spicy nature of the pepper. But today I'm making it really spicy, so I do not need to douse it with tomatoes. We're just going to use the atarodo, which is the Scotch red bonnet pepper, and the big red bell peppers, as you can see. So we want it really spicy. So while they're pounding this, they're also chopping this up so we can steam it. And once it's done steaming, we're going to bring it back to the mortar and pestle, and we're going to pound. But remember, like I said, we do not want to pound it into a puree form. We just want to mash it. So while I wait for them to chop this and pound that, I think I'm going to start deboning the fish. We're deboning the fish right now. We're trying to get the bones out of the fish. So we don't want to have bones in our fish. We're actually going to leave them in big chunks like this, because when it gets into the sauce, in the course of stirring, the fish is still going to break up into tinier bits. So right now, we're just going to debone the fish and get it into the plate. So while this is going on, I'm going to start heating up my oil so I can start frying the sauce. Now let's see how our garden egg is doing. Remember, we chopped the garden eggs and we wrapped them up in a foil. So here it is, it's steaming. We're going to let it steam for about 10 to maybe 20 minutes. Then we're going to bring it out and we're going to mash it in our mortar and pestle. So we're going to cover this back up and allow it to steam. I think garden egg now steamed and ready to be pounded. Yay, it's all set. So we're going to pound it now. Then we'll get ready to fry our sauce. So we're ready to pound. We're ready to pound the steamed garden eggs. But remember what I said, we are not going to mash it until it gets into a puree state. We're just going to mash it and still allow for some of the chunks to be left behind. So that way we do not have a smooth puree. So while this is going on, I think it's about time for me to heat up the oil, because I've been stalling on that for a bit because I wanted us to pound the garden eggs first before I start heating up the oil. But I think with this being pounded, we're good as good to go. So we just have to heat up the oil now so we can start the frying. Now remember, this is our puree, not our puree, these are our mashed bell peppers and our Scotch red bonnet pepper. It's all set to be fried. This is our fish, and we have some chopped onions here. Over here is our chopped onions. All set to be fried. So I like to chop my onions like this. So it's going to give you that coarse texture at the end of the day. When the sauce is all ready, the pepper, the onion, the garden egg is not going to be chopped. It's not going to be smooth. It's going to have that coarse texture. So let's get over to the gas top. So we're pounding our steamed garden eggs, as you can see. We're going to pound it not into a puree, but we're going to pound it until we have a good mash, because we do not want our sauce to be very smooth. We want it to have that coarse texture, so you can still taste the deliciousness of the garden eggs. Now you can see our mashed bell peppers and Scotch bonnet pepper here. It's all set to be fried. Our fish has been deboned. The head has been gotten rid of, so it's all ready to be introduced into the sauce. And here is our chopped red onions, also ready to be taken over to the gas top. And our red palm oil is what we're going to be using in frying the sauce. So I think we're good to go. Any second from now, we should be going over to the gas top to introduce everything together in the pot and make us some garden egg sauce. Some of the seasoning cubes. So we just add in the onions. So we're going to add some of the seasoning cubes and then some salt. So our Knorr cube, just put about 2 or 3 cubes. And we'll put some salt. I'm going to let it fry a bit. Then we're going to add our mashed bell peppers and Scotch red bonnet. So I always like my onions to fry for like a minute or 2, so that way the seasoning cubes and the salt gets way deep into the onions. So this is my onion. I want it to fry for a bit. Then I'll add my pepper. So I'll add some of this is the mashed bell pepper and Scotch red bonnet pepper. So we're going to stir it with the onions and let it fry a bit. Then at this point, I'm going to add some of my blended crayfish. Some blended crayfish being added to spice things up a bit. And we're getting ready to add our blended garden eggs. And then we're going to let everything fry. So now, can you see the texture of this? It's not a fine texture, it's a bit coarse. That is what we have been trying to achieve for the past 10-15 minutes by not blending the bell peppers into a puree, by just pounding it with our mortar and pestle, and also by chopping our onions instead of blending the onion into a puree. We end up having a texture that is like this, not very fine, but tastes really delicious, I can guarantee you. So this is going to fry for a bit. Then we're going to add our mashed garden egg. Nice. So this is our mashed garden egg now. Now we're going to add a bit at a time. I don't want to put everything in. So let's stop for now. So now we're going to fry this. I'm going to fry this for a bit before adding our smoked fish. So let's allow this to fry for a bit. Can you see some of the bits of the garden egg? I didn't peel mine because I like my fiber. So we're going to stir it up a bit. Let's taste the salt, seasoning, and the fish spice. My goodness, this tastes really nice. Not because I'm the one cooking it all, it tastes really nice. But it needs a bit more salt. I'm not going to be adding salt now. I'm just going to wait for a bit because I'm about to introduce the smoked fish. Can I have the smoked fish, please? Remember, we have deboned our smoked mackerel fish and gotten the head out of the way. Now I'm going to throw it in this large chunks because, like I said, it's going to get a whole lot smaller in the course of the stirring. Our mackerel fish has got some salt in it, so because of the salt content, I will not add salt until I have thoroughly stirred in the mackerel fish. That way I'll know the right amount of salt that I need to include into this. So that is it. Wow, there is one. This food goes perfectly well with boiled yam. It also goes perfectly well with boiled unripe plantain or half ripe plantain. Like I said, the preference depends on how you like to eat it or what you like to serve it with. And you see that the fish is actually getting becoming smaller. It's getting mashed up into smaller bits. But I do not want all my fish mashed up, so I'm going to be very careful in this area. So this is about it for now. So we're going to let the fish simmer in this a bit, and then we'll come back to it. Our garden egg sauce is all ready. As you can see, our fish that we threw in are very big chunks and now way smaller. So this is all set and it can be served with boiled white yams, boiled and white plantain, or half ripe plantain. Some people would even like to eat this with fried yam chips. Like I'll always tell you, it depends on your preference. I'm going to be having mine with unripe boiled plantain. So guys, here is a bowl of our garden egg sauce, freshly prepared from Tastebudz's kitchen. I hope you have learned how to make garden egg sauce today, and if you do have some interesting recipes on how to make garden egg sauce, please feel free to share with us. So thank you for watching. It's bye-bye for now from Tastebudz's kitchen, and please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Tastebudz without the NG on YouTube. Drop your comments, your own recipes, share them with us.
Love you guys.